Hello, my name is Richard, and if you're one of the few people who are already creating workshop content for w.m.d's WMD, or you're looking forward to do so, then you have come to the right place, because today I'm not only going to explain the map editor's basic features, but I'm also going to talk about w.m.d's map creation in general, like how to avoid some beginner traps. But I'm sure there will be much information that is also new even for the most experienced creators. So this is my third tutorial, I'm sorry, but there won't be anything about the head editor. Okay, let's really quick go over the first question, how to upload something into the workshop. So first, open your Steam library and adjust the filter to also show you your Steam tools. Now search, download, install and open the w.m.d's WMD editor, and all you need to create and publish a custom map is a simple PNG or JPEG file. There are also some other properties your image have to match, like a maximum landscape size of 8192 x 4096 pixels, and it needs at least some landmass to place the worms at the beginning of the game. Keep in mind that not every 100% transparent pixel will trigger collision, so you can't use Microsoft Paint to create a map. And be aware of using the fill tool to delete the background of some images, because it sometimes doesn't delete everything, and those nasty pixels can really fast ruin the fun and playability of your map. I'm not going to talk about every single feature of the editor, but if you're really interested, then click on the link in the description to read the developer notes, because for a simple map with no buildings, you click on File, then select Import Landscape and browse the PC for the image you want to use. Now you can see your map in the editor. In the bottom right corner you can adjust the position and rotation of the map, or you can move it with your cursor and pressing the left mouse button. The last step is to publish a map. You can find the option in the File menu. Here you got the possibility of updating an existing map or create a new one. Give it a title and select the preview image or generate one by pressing G. Press OK and you will receive a confirmation that the upload was successful. Okay, now that we know the basics, here's the interesting stuff. I played a bit with the custom map to get some information about the player stats in this game, because I couldn't find something to it in the internet. The height of a worm is 30 pixels, so it won't fit through a 29 pixels high passage. And the width of a worm is 18 pixels, but I would recommend to make holes at least 20 pixels wide or to place a wall right behind the hole, except you want players to perform pixel perfect, precise movement. The steepest slope a worm still can manage to climb is to go up 20 pixels for every pixel he goes to the side. 1 pixel more and you can't climb it anymore. But this is a bit different from stair steps. If it's only one step, a worm can walk up to 32 pixels. This is probably the developer's solution, so the worm can walk over other players. The maximum jump length is about 225 pixels when performing a normal jump, and the maximum jump height is 180 pixels, which can be achieved by doing the flip. The next one isn't just useful for creating maps, but keep in mind that some weapons can shoot through very thin walls, because bullets are spawning at the end of the barrel and not in the center of the worm. Now something really important, don't create 1 pixel thin horizontal lines, because the game's engine won't render them and they also won't cause any collision. And did you know, the rope in this game sometimes just clips through thin walls too. This is so annoying, please fix this Team 17. The game is now out for around 4 years, and as far as I know, not a single map is using the pixel stairs mechanic from w.m.d's Armageddon. Why? Write it down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I searched really hard and couldn't find a single map using these. Just look at this, so convenient. Let me show you how it's done. In this game you have to go 22 pixels up and make a 2x5 big step. Now go 18 pixels further to the other side of the ladder and again 22 pixels up and create a next step. You can repeat this as often as you want. You can create some really cool stuff with these, just to give you some examples. You can create a giant worm who eat the player through a drinking straw, or use it as a ladder inside a tree, or just improve the connection upwards inside your buildings. I don't know. Speaking about buildings, to use one in your map is a kinda painfully long process, because first you have to draw 3 separate layers, then arrange them in the editor, export them to the workshop, subscribe to download them, and only now you have finished a single building that you can place on your landscape. Of course there are also some rules when creating buildings. I'm gonna list the most important. First, the maximum image size for every layer is 4096 x 2048 pixels, that is a quarter of the whole landscape. As I already said, a building consists of 3 layers, and they work just as a normal building in the base game. Only the middle layer is going to trigger collision. The front layer is only going to fade after your worm is overlapping with colored pixels of the back layer, and only the front and collision layer can be destroyed by weapon explosions. You can have a maximum of 7 buildings on a landscape, and the background layer of a building is going to remove the landscape beneath it. Now some hints that you don't have to follow, but I would strongly recommend to do so. Always color the collision layer in pure black, or be creative and think about another color scheme that helps the clarity of your created level. Because take a look at my map that I created a while ago. In my opinion, the only spooky thing in that map is that you can never be sure if your shot is ever going to reach an opponent. And another thing that makes buildings much better is to let the background layer at the entrance overlap the rest of the building, so it's obvious how to get inside your building. But as I already said, these are just my personal preferences. Of course you can set the transparency of the collision layer up to 99% and troll the crap out of the other players. Or, if you leave the front and mid layer blank, you can create nice looking background decoration without influencing the gameplay. But again, try to make it obvious by using a good color scheme or by raising transparency. That's all for that tutorial. If you really want more guides, please tell me what topic I should speak about next. So, bye.